And what does he say to himself?
It's okay.
But she's got a headache.
Oh, I'm just a man.
Well, he might not even tell his wife, right? Why? And that's a heap of crap, right?
He doesn't want to get in trouble.
And that's more to the point. But in the end, the deepest emotion is he doesn't want to feel his own emotional shame about it. You see? We avoid being truthful because we're avoiding an emotion within ourselves that's quite deep. In every situation you haven't been truthful, and I'm talking about volunteering truth, not being forced into it. I mean volunteering it in your entire life to everyone around you. Right? As soon as you avoid that state, you are in denial of one of the emotions inside of you.
He's in shame because he had the desire.
Yep.
But he's also in shame because the desire means he hasn't created a really loving relationship with his wife. Because if he had, he
not necessarily.
No.
No, it could be some really deep, like very basic emotions with his mother that created this particular feeling. Right? It could be that he's got this injury of unworthiness within him, a second chakra unworthiness. Right. He's walking along the street and these particular women have an opposite emotion that automatically attracted him. And it could be just that he needs to be open and honest about that and just feel that. Right? It doesn't mean that he's necessarily in an unloving relationship or that he's not loving his wife. It means that he's still got an unhealed emotional injury within himself that he needs to be willing to address and not be in denial of.
Won't that affect his marriage though?
Not at all, if she is also willing to deal with all of her emotions.
Okay.
If she isn't, of course it's going to affect his marriage.
Okay.
But does he want to be with a person who doesn't want to feel all of her emotions? Well, probably yes. Yeah, okay. But we're talking about what? Becoming at one with God here. This is all about denial of our own soul, not of somebody else's.
So if he admits the shame, it'll all come out in the wash anyway.
If he admits the shame, he goes through that emotion, she'll go, her law of attraction is she's attracted to this, so she'll probably feel emotions of, you know, can't trust him, you know, what's going on, I don't feel connected with him now, and all those. If she feels her own emotions, they will both have a much closer relationship because, in the end, it's based on truth. Right? When you're based on truth, everything opens up within you emotionally. You can have a much closer bond when you know your partner is going to tell you the truth every single time, no matter what. Isn't that like a, you know, and in the end, if you find the truth is that, oh, they don't really want to be with you, then that's great too. Let's not put that off 10 years. Let's deal with that now and go and find somebody who does want to be with you. Right?
If he deals with that feeling at the time, he feels that attraction and can deal with that, then he's not going to feel shame later necessarily.
Probably not, if he accesses the underlying cause, but he's in a relationship, why wouldn't he tell his wife?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not suggesting get rid of it.
Yeah, but a lot of people suggest that you don't have to.
Yeah.
And I'm saying if you want more closeness, and what we're talking about here in the end is if you want to be at one with God, these are the things you will be doing all the time. Right?
And on a level, your partner will know anyway.
Yeah.
Of course they know. They can feel every emotional injury within you, whether they're aware of that feeling or not. So you automatically know if your partner has 5 feelings of infidelity in a day. Like, why do you think you're so jealous all the time? Do you know what I mean? Because you feel that feeling coming from them all the time, and it's triggering a feeling inside of yourself that needs to be released. It's your law of attraction. Yeah? All right. So avoiding truthfulness is a big one. Most people find that that is so hard because we've been taught, what about the truth?
It hurts.
The truth hurts. I'm responsible for other people hurting if I tell them the truth. You know what? You're only responsible from God's perspective for another person hurting if you told them a lie or withheld the truth. That's the only time you're responsible when it comes to God's laws. When you've withheld the truth or told a lie. When you've told them the truth and they're hurting, you are no longer responsible for their emotion. You have done everything in your power at that point to remain in harmony with God and with the laws of love, so you are no longer responsible for any of their emotions that occur.
So if somebody's told you something that they're actually avoiding, like if it was yourself, you would tell the truth, but they've come and told you something that they're not truthful about, and if it was yourself, like myself, I feel bad about not being truthful. So are you obliged to go and tell that truth, or do you?
Yeah, for your own sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's big.
Huge.
Yeah. And this is a big area of one way you can avoid almost all of your emotions in your life is to avoid truth. Once you have a deep, heartfelt commitment to truth in your life, you'll find that you will hardly avoid any single emotion.